Hello. So, do you know the one thing that leads to course just complete abolishment or just just people just leaving your course altogether? And do you know what causes that? Or even so, what causes people to just drop out of your course? If you want to know, listen up. I'm going to tell you in just a few minutes. All right, so if you see me looking back and forth, that means I'm trying to monitor my LMS system that I use for my class. Yeah, and it's having issues. Don't know why, but it is. Hey, if you didn't know me, I am Lauren Varlak, but you can call me Lauren. And I am an instructional designer, specifically a learning experience designer. And I wanted to give you a few tips to know how to avoid having people drop out of your course or program. I'm going to explain how. The biggest thing that contributes to people dropping out of your course or program is overwhelm. Yes, that's the big word. Overwhelm. Okay. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to get my LMS system together so that my students in my class, because I'm a world history teacher, so yes, I teach real teenagers, real kids, okay? And my LMS system, I'm trying to house everything in my system so that my students wouldn't have to click in many different places in order to do what they have to do. That's one way that you can eliminate overwhelm. One way you can eliminate, look through your course and go through your course yourself, okay? If you begin to get overwhelmed with all of the things that you have to click on, or you have to go to, or sign up for, or remember passwords, or links, or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, you're overwhelmed, right? You probably need to simplify it. Not probably, you really need to simplify it. Try to keep as much of your content as possible within the learning management system, because then you won't have to have clicks outside and confuse people. The less that they have to remember passwords, the better. All right. But if you do have things like a community or a spot where you do coaching calls, or you give feedback and so forth, you may have an outside realm or an outside community that does that. If there is a link that connects to that, that's fine, just as long as you limit the amount of links that you use, because if you are using way too many links, people are going to get confused, right? All right, so that leads me to the next one. People leave your course or your program because not only because of having so many links going back and forth. Here's the second one. They also leave because the content is a lot, right? It's like let's take an example. You're trying to teach piano, but you're trying to teach piano to a person that only knows how to do this on a little Fisher Price toy, but you're trying to make them Mozart in your course. Impossible, right? Like that can't happen. So what you have to do is to minimize the amount of information that you're giving in your course. One quick way to do that is to find out what is the A to the B of your person or your participant, your student. What is the A to B transformation? I didn't say A to Z, I said A to B, okay? Where do they want to go next? right? How do they want to transform their lives, their success, their status, whatever that they want? What is the very next step in order to get them there? So, for example, with the piano example, if they're doing this, how can we get them from doing this to try to know their fingers, right? And maybe know some notes, right? And then that's just the first course, and you have an intermediate, and then you may have an advanced, and maybe you have, a master's course, so things are in steps. You can't just blah and just vomit all of your information out and expect for everyone to, know what you're talking about. Bite-sized pieces helps, okay? And here's my last tip, and hopefully my LMS will actually work, because it's been a pest, and I have to get my assignment up for tomorrow, because this is assignment I'm trying to do for tomorrow from a class. It's not coming up. But nonetheless, my last tip, third tip, I see this often. Bonuses. Why? I get it. Don't get me wrong, I get it. But they could be too much. I'll explain why. Bonuses are great because you're trying to give a lot of value to your community or to your participants, to your students, right? Awesome. Of course, we want to give as much information and knowledge and resources that we have as possible. But if you have 5011, yes, I did. I said 5011. If you have 5011 bonuses, are your participants or your students going to actually get to those bonuses? Or here's another thought. They may skip the bonus. They may skip to the bonuses, get all the bonuses, and don't do a single thing in your course. Right? So limit your bonuses. Figure out the things that your audience, your course takers, your participants, I say students because they're always students. They're in there to learn, so I call them students, right? Figure out what your students actually need, okay? So if they're looking for resources and they really came to you because they really love your resources, put your resources as bonuses. All right, and limit your bonuses, please. Limit your bonuses. 3, 4 is, I would say 4 is pushing it, okay? If you give 3 or 4 bonuses, that's amazing, okay? Because it's something that's tangible, something that they can use, something that they know that they can refer back to when needed, all right? So those are my 3 tips against overwhelm. Try not to bombard them with information. Make sure that there's no clicky links all over the place, and also try to limit the amount of bonuses that you have. So I will see you in the next run. Let me figure out how this is going to work in my LMS system, and I think I need to get out the door because it's time for me to go. So have a good one. Bye. Peace.